Hi, my name is Scott Parsons. I'm an automotive service technician instructor at the College of the North Atlantic. In this presentation, I intend to identify the classifications of electric vehicles and provide some answers to common questions surrounding electric vehicles. I have broken down the classifications of electric vehicles into 5 categories: battery electric vehicle, hybrid electric vehicle, plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, extended range electric vehicle, fuel cell electric vehicle, and in newer models, fuel cell hybrid vehicle. The first classification is battery electric vehicles. A battery electric vehicle uses one or more electric motors to propel the vehicle and does not use an internal combustion engine. This vehicle stores its energy in a battery located under the vehicle. Vehicle range is often a concern for people considering an electric vehicle. Most EV manufacturers are advertising 400 plus kilometers per charge, but the distance will vary with temperature, driving conditions, and the individual operators. Operators that want a warmer cabin temperature or a cooler cabin temperature will increase demand on the battery, which may reduce vehicle range. Driving on snow-covered or gravel roads will increase tire rolling resistance and can increase demand on the battery. Operators with a heavy foot or aggressive driving style may also see a decrease in range due to additional demands on the battery. It may take a few weeks of driving an EV to learn what accessories use excessive battery reserve and what driving techniques conserve or deplete the battery. If DC fast charging is a requirement for some of your trip destinations, you should ensure the vehicle you select supports fast charging. Most new electric vehicles do support DC fast charging, but some older models may not. Owners of battery electric vehicles will learn to pre-plan for a trip. To increase driving range, owners can use the manufacturer's smartphone app to precondition the vehicle cabin and battery while the vehicle is still plugged in. The vehicle cabin will be set to the desired temperature, windows defrosted if necessary, and battery temperatures adjusted before the owner begins their trip. When the owner gets to the car, they will still have to unplug the charger, coil up the cord, or store the charging cable. Once in the car, they will confirm the battery has sufficient range for the trip. When a battery electric vehicle owner finishes a trip, they will have to plug the car in at their destination or at home to be recharged for the next trip. The next classification is hybrid electric vehicles. A vehicle that is classified as hybrid has 2 methods of propelling the vehicle drive wheels. An internal combustion engine can be used to drive the wheels, an electric motor can be used to drive the wheels, or a combination of both the motor and the engine can drive the wheels. Hybrid electric vehicles have great range. The range of a hybrid electric vehicle is determined by the fuel tank capacity and the fuel consumption of the internal combustion engine. Some SUV manufacturers are advertising 900 plus kilometers per tank of fuel. These vehicles can drive with the electric motors alone, but it's only for short periods of time and usually only at low speeds or when starting off from a stop. The hybrid electric vehicle battery cannot be externally charged. The hybrid electric vehicle battery can only be charged by running the internal combustion engine. Before going on a trip in a hybrid electric vehicle, the owner's only responsibility is to check the gasoline level before leaving. When a hybrid electric vehicle owner returns from a trip, there is nothing for them to do to prepare for their next trip. In expansion to the traditional hybrid, the next category is plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. A plug-in hybrid electric vehicle is a hybrid electric vehicle, but the battery can be recharged 2 ways. The first is it can be charged by the gasoline engine, and the second by plugging it into a charger. The benefit of a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle is that it can be driven 60 plus kilometers on electric mode only before the gasoline engine cuts in. In expansion to the traditional hybrid, the next category is plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. A plug-in hybrid electric vehicle is a hybrid electric vehicle, but the battery can be recharged two ways. The first is it can be charged by the gasoline engine, and the second by plugging it into a charger. The benefit of a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle is that it can be driven 60 plus kilometers on electric mode only before the gasoline engine cuts in. The range of a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle is 900 plus kilometers, including the 50 to 70 kilometers in electric only mode. The overall range will be determined by the size of the fuel tank and the fuel consumption of the internal combustion engine. Newer models of the plug-in hybrid can be DC fast charge, and all models can be charged with level 1 and level 2 AC chargers. Before taking a trip, a plug-in hybrid owner has the option to precondition the vehicle cabin and battery while the vehicle is still plugged in. This will maximize the range in electric-only mode. They will then have to unplug the car, coil up the cord, or store the charging cable. Once in the car, ensure the fuel level is sufficient for the trip. When a plug-in hybrid owner returns from a trip, they will have to park at a charging location and plug in the car. An extended range electric vehicle, or range extender vehicle, is an electric vehicle with a gasoline generator on board. The battery range should be good for most customers' daily use. When a long drive is required, the generator can charge the battery rather than stopping at a charging station. Extended range electric vehicles are new to the North American market and there will be more available later in 2026-27. The range of an extended range electric vehicle is 700 plus kilometers, with 160 to 320 kilometers of electric only driving and another 300 to 400 kilometers of range with the gasoline generator running. An advantage of the extended range electric vehicle is they can be DC fast charged. Before taking a trip, an extended range electric vehicle owner can precondition the vehicle cabin and battery while the vehicle is still plugged in. This will maximize the range in electric only mode. They will then have to unplug the vehicle, coil up the cord, or store the charging cable. Once in the vehicle, ensure the fuel and battery levels are sufficient for the trip. When an extended range electric vehicle owner returns from a trip or arrives at their destination, they will have to park at a suitable charging station and plug in the vehicle. The last classification of electric vehicles on my list is fuel cell electric vehicles, and the more recent fuel cell hybrid vehicles. A fuel cell uses hydrogen and oxygen to generate electricity for the electric motor. Fuel cell hybrid vehicles also have a battery that can provide power for the electric motor without using hydrogen. The range of a fuel cell electric vehicle is about 400 to 500 kilometers. The hybrid models can achieve 45 kilometers in electric-only mode before the hydrogen fuel stack starts generating. The range is about the same for both fuel cell electric vehicles and fuel cell hybrid vehicles, as usually one of the hydrogen storage tanks is removed to facilitate space for the battery. Fuel cell hybrid vehicles cannot be DC fast charged. These vehicles can only be charged with a level 1 or level 2 AC chargers. Before going on a trip, a fuel cell electric vehicle owner must only check the hydrogen level. Fuel cell hybrid owners can precondition the vehicle for maximum electric only mode range and then unplug the cord and store the charging cable. When a fuel cell electric vehicle owner returns from a trip, they don't have to do anything. If the owner has a fuel cell hybrid vehicle, they will have to park at a charging location and plug in the car. I have tried to make this information as generic as possible for people who may be interested in purchasing an electric vehicle. I recommend viewing other presentations prepared by the College of the North Atlantic staff to learn more about electric vehicles. Thank you.